an airline pilot for U.S. Air, but he wants to point out tonight that he is here to speak for himself and not for U.S. Air. And you have written a book called Margin for Error - None. And also with us tonight,
airline pilot for 26 years.
For 26 years. Now, you are largely sympathetic to what the traffic controllers are asking and or demanding.
Right.
Okay. Why are you so solidly on their side? Because very often the controllers and the pilots are not exactly best of friends. They are sort of almost built-in adversaries in some senses.
Well, I think the job of the air traffic controller is one that's not too well known in the public's eye, and I think it should be. That's why I wrote the book, so that their job and their profession would be elevated to up where mine is. I mean, everybody knows the airline captain. He's the quarterback. Everybody knows the quarterback. But how many men know the linemen? And they're the linemen. I don't go anywhere without the line.
Okay. Jeff?
The air traffic controller is doing just that. He's doing his job controlling. At some airports, we can't start the engines without asking the controller. The controller says, okay, start engine.
Okay, that's ground control.
Ground controller.
Okay. We have a number of levels here. 5
or 6 people in a tower. They all have different jobs. And a lot of people think there's just one up there saying, clear to land, clear to take off. There's a lot more to it than that. Well, to start off with, the first thing that happens is we have to have a clearance. We have to know what altitude we're going at and what airways we're filed on. We know, but maybe the tower has changed their mind. We can't go that way, so they read it off to us. They read us a clearance. That's the flight data man. He reads the clearance off to us. That's the first thing. We acknowledge the clearance by reading it back. Then we change to ground control. For start, the ground control man says, clear to start engines. When we're ready, we're all started, gone through our checklist. Then we taxi out, we go to ground control, and he gives us the method of how to get out there, different taxiways, what runway is in use. If we don't like that runway, we'll say we want another runway. I say, well, there'll be a delay if you want that runway. He says, I don't care, I want it. If you want it, you got it. So after we get out to the end of the runway, we change over another frequency, change the radio like you do a TV set, and talk to the tower controller. The tower controller.
That's the guy we see up there in the big glass.
Yeah, he's the one everybody knows, clear to take off, that good stuff. So he talks to us, and when it is clear to take off, he says, so-and-so and so, clear to take off.
Now, he keeps you in mind and on his screen for about 30 or 40 miles out, right?
Right.
Okay. And then we switch over to yet another kind of a controller who...
Well, no, that's not right. Correct. Sorry. Doesn't keep you on the screen. After we get off the ground and we're airborne, usually the boundary limit of the airport, 2 or 3 miles, we change to departure control. Departure control is a man downstairs, not up in the tower. He's downstairs below, the black room, very dark, with all these green things going around, you know, driving him crazy all day long. And he's the departure control man. He controls my departure till I'm maybe 40, 30, as you said, 30, 40 miles out of the airport zone. Then we change to... he gives us a number to say change to Fort Worth Center 123.7. We dial in 123.7. Hello, Fort Worth, we're here. Right, climb to 19,000 feet. Call reaching 19,000. We go up to 19,000 and level off. We always level off before we get to where we're going. Level off, the throttles are back, we're all set. And he has a heat-seeking system, I think. We all say he's got a heat-seeking thing. Because when the power comes off and the heat goes down on the engines, he says climb. Now we got to go through it again.
Right.
Altitude might work our way up to whatever altitude might be, 24,000 feet, and he says, okay, change to another controller. And each one of these controllers has a given sector of land that they control. They control a certain amount of airspace over this portion of land. And when you go to the next sector, you talk to this man, and he acknowledges radar contact.
Okay, let me interrupt you there. Gary, you're controlling one of these sectors now out here somewhere...